start recording again. Okay. No, the words you say, not the game dialogue. Lethal Company is good. You can play average games, but the game look outdated. Well, it is... What is the base game from Final Fantasy XIV? It's like from 2011 or something? Oh, can I do this with, fucking NPC? I can do this one with NPCs. I haven't been able to do honor system dungeons in the expansions yet, so that's kind of surprising, actually. I also tend to play, like, older games. So, like, a couple weeks ago I was playing, like, Mega Man games from the 80s, and those look extremely outdated. But I don't know, I just think they're fun. I appreciate the input, though. I don't know, I like old games just as much as new games half the time. It's like a mixed bag. Lately I've been playing Liza P. And I would be playing it today, but I'm having trouble with my capture card and I'm waiting for some new parts to come in. I wouldn't say my taste is old games specifically, but like... I don't like discriminate based off of the age of the games. Final Fantasy XIV 2.0 came out in 2013. Yeah. Also, the game is due for, like, a graphics update soon, right? I think I recall something like that. Yeah. I wish I could play Liza P right now, but... I don't know. Just a very bizarre issue with my, like, tech setup and my capture card. And I'm just gonna wait till the new equipment comes in and hope that fixes it. There's a Yeti fight in this dungeon that has an annoying mechanic. Hey, is there much elemental resistance in this game? Like, for example, if I'm using, like, Blizzard 3 on all these snow and ice enemies, is that just, like, not doing much damage? I know ice is weaker than fire in general, like, mechanically, but, like, I don't know if that's part of, like, an elemental resistance or not. I'm standing right in the middle of that. You legit have no idea? That's so funny that you don't know that. Out of all people. How many thousands of hours do you have in this game? You were nervous to chat because there is one other very small streamer and he's extremely rude. If I say anything rude, I mean, I don't think I would, not on purpose at least. I'm sorry if I do. I mean, I'm just here to play, like, video games, and if a conversation happens on the side, that's cool. But, you know, feel free to talk. I will say that, like, I am multi-streaming to YouTube. Most of the conversation is happening over in the Twitch chat, but I am paying attention to the YouTube one as well. Elemental resistance is simply not a mechanic as far as you're aware. That's so funny. That's actually shocking. Physics versus magics is the only other thing. I like the winter music in this area. Very linear dungeon. White bear. The in-game sound is quiet and peaceful, yet you are brutally murdering monsters. Yeah, it almost makes it feel natural. Door to silence. A special key. Oh, the bear had a key for some reason. Maybe they put, like, the key on the trained bear's neck, that way, like, no one could gain entrance. Unless they killed the bear, which I did. Oops. I always hate fighting the dog enemies when they make like the whining noise. Can they not put that in the game? It makes me feel awful. You got me with that dodgeball. I actually, you got me with that one. Wandil? Is this the Yeti you were talking about? Yeah, Hazzy, the dodgeball is like a Twitch channel redemption, so like, that's why that happened. It sounded like you kill a real dog, IRL. Yeah, I hate that noise. The Yeti is a Yeti. Okay, this is a Wandil, not a Yeti. Whatever a Wandil is. Whoa. It's not standing there. I have no clue what a Wandil is actually supposed to be. The Yeti is a Yeti. The final boss has a fun mechanic. I wonder how you'll do. I'm assuming you mean the final boss of this dungeon and not like the game, right? I have a question. When people, you know, when people talk about like a Final Fantasy game, they usually talk about like the villain or the final boss, right? In 14, is it more like there's a different final boss or villain for each expansion? Or do people, and you don't have to tell me who or what yet if it's a spoiler, but like is there like an overarching villain that's like the villain of the game? Because I feel like, you know, maybe for the base game, the Garlean guy, Gaius or whatever, he was maybe the main villain. But he's probably not coming back in a big way, I feel like. They simp Tifa. It'd be shocking if Tifa was the main villain of this game. It was Sephiroth all along. So like there's two different kind of villainous factions, but within those factions there's multiple different people that are major villains. Well, she's the main character in 7, but this is 14. A lot's happened since 7. Anyone could be the bad guy. Yeah, double the time has passed since Final Fantasy VII. It's really weird that there's no elemental resistance, like, I'm casting Blizzard on these ice sprites and it's just gonna do normal damage? That's insane. There are overarching and tags at each expansion will typically have a more pressing threat. Sometimes they aren't bad, just a little misunderstood. Well, that's nice. That's nice, because, you know, as much as I like a lot of classic Final Fantasy villains like Sephiroth or Kefka, they're not, you know, complex or well-written villains, they just usually have good presentation. Like, they're literally just kind of, oh, I'm evil. Emmett? Crazy how much time passed. I feel like I'm still in 2017, which is 7 years ago. I feel like time stopped for me in when was I 22? I would have turned 20 in 2014. which means I was 22 in 2016. Yeah, that's when time stopped for me, was 2016. I think Nick will love many things. I don't want to dislike things. I don't play games or take media in looking to hate it. I'm usually making it like a purposeful effort to enjoy things and give things the benefit of the doubt. So I'm very easy to please when it comes to media. If I'm not liking something like completely, I'll usually just not play it. We hate Fan Daniel. Who the fuck is Fan Daniel? You gotta go. Keep going, dude. You're gonna be famous one day? Nah. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you. You know, you can subscribe if you want, but you don't got them. Just gonna play a video game. Yeah, see ya. Have a good one. Who would ever subscribe? I don't know. People who don't value their dollar. The Yeti is next Godspeed. Why would anyone ever watch like some unemployed hack play like a 10-year-old game? It does just say Yeti, doesn't it? Holy shit. Gift sub from Dylan to Jonah. Thank you. Okay, what's the Yeti's mechanic? Yeti's got some bad mechanic or something? Snowballs. Do the snowballs like explode? The snowballs like explode or something. Joe always overcharges. Oh, I need to run in. Joe overcharges. What is this? Is that one of the ones where you don't want them to overlap? I feel like you want to be near the smaller snowball. There's a bad mechanic. What did they change about the fight? Did I even cast Thunder? I guess I have a limit break I could use. So is he doing the thing where he pulls everyone in real close and then he puts the circles around you and you gotta not have the circles overlap? Is that what this guy's doing? And also there's like snowballs that are bad. Faye, you would know more than me. Hazi, who was over in the YouTube chat, said I have more commentary than Hasanabi. Does Hassan not talk much when playing games or something? So the tank used to get the Yeti to use his breath attack on the snowballs, and then when the Yeti started his room-wide AoE, you had to push a big snowball into him to interrupt it. Okay. That's kind of clever. Hassan doesn't really play games. Is it like occasionally but not frequently? He's more like a react streamer, right? Like reacting to political commentary, drama, or whatever. Only sponsorships, and during COVID, he did GTA roleplay. Is that the no pixel stuff? Is that what the no pixel stuff is? Is that the GTA roleplay? Yeah. I saw someone else play a little bit of that. I don't really get it personally, but, you know, that's fine. I'm not huge into roleplay or GTA, so it's just kind of alien to me. You gotta take a shower. Good luck on the rest. Thank you. Have a good shower. Ice bomb. The meme is that his React content is often puts video on, walks away. Puts video on, walks away. Regardless of whether he does it or not, though, that's really funny. You had a whole phase where all you watched was GTA roleplay. What's his Spriggan Tumblr? Spriggan Tumblr? They're just making up words now. You had a whole phase where all you watched was GTA roleplay. Honestly, I have like very little GTA experience. The most GTA played was I played the first one a lot as a kid. Or was it 2? It was one of the top-down ones. Once they went 3D, I was kind of like not on them anymore. I don't know why. I think I was like disappointed that the 3D games didn't feel like the 2D games or something like that. But I was also like 10. Don't know. The legs that GTA 5 has is insane now. I feel like it's been the most popular game for like 15 years. If I just stand here... Okay, the pathway did eventually open up. I thought, like, they were just gonna keep spawning forever if I waited there. There was one guy I watched who put on a whole bunch of production into it, but backing music over dramatic moments, the whole shebang. That's kind of fun. That is kind of a cool, like, thing. He did a whole storyline as a serial killer. How strict are they about like staying in character? Like if you go out of character on no pixel or like metagame, is that like bannable? This is a pretty long dungeon. Could be using my AoE attacks more. It's mostly a vehicle for listening to a personality like banter. Interesting. Fail RP is a whole thing. Fail RP meaning like this person is failing at roleplay? Does that mean they're like bad at it, or they've actively like broken a rule? Metagaming is bannable. Special key. Finger of the apostate. Be very careful with the word apostate next to the word finger. The door to oblivion. This is a very long linear dungeon. But I'm okay with that because I was begging for content. There's been community schisms of metagaming and abuse of mechanics. The schism. Get behind this, I imagine. Maybe I need to be closer to behind it like they are. Oh, and then they explode. Oh, I'm stuck. You have very little time to get away from them before they explode. I'm stuck for a long time. Doggy. Yeah, he's fine. He's a good dog. I think I started this dungeon by complaining about how I don't want to kill dogs. Yep, so get behind this. I understand what's happening now, and I realized it too late. You don't want to get behind them. You want to get away from them because they're freezing you in place, and then his death blow gets you. It's still playing the boss music. But the teammates were hiding behind them at one point. Maybe it's contextual. Mechanics, yes. Sometimes not as simple as you think. Alright, take two. Very thankful it doesn't kick me back to the beginning of the dungeon and like respawn all the enemies or anything like that. Okay, so... and then get out of there. Okay, yep. So, I think I was just getting out of there too late. I always forget that, I just forget, like, for the room-wide attacks and stuff like that, like, I'm free to move after the orange has disappeared, even if the actual animation of the attack hasn't happened yet. Just like some of the MMO-isms. So I was waiting for like the animation of the actual blizzard to end, when in reality if I do that, it's too late to actually get out of range of the exploding, like, stalactites. Oh, there's purple ones. Don't be near the purple ones. Yeah, the mechanics are understood now. This random ice wolf in this cage is a more engaging boss fight than Leviathan was. I also, like, I didn't notice that there was a difference in the colors of stalactites the first time. A lot of it just comes down to me not being totally observant half the time, or underestimating the complexity of what's going on. But then I'll get punished, so it's okay. And as long as, like, learning comes from the punishment. I cannot carry a Legion Tombstones of Poetics. That's unfortunate. I should clear my inventory. Antique breeches. Any of these things good enough to change? Not really. Is this Shiva? Or just Ice Lady? Yeah. What has she done so far that's evil? Like, steal some crystals? I guess, like, kill a convoy? I feel like I'm forgetting something that she did. One second, just checking something. I'm checking to see, like, what even star things I have. I have the hat. I'm not supposed to have the cloak yet. I may have missed out on the Evenstar gloves. I have the tights, and I have the boots. So I think the gloves are the only thing I've missed. There was a necklace too? Yeah, okay. That took longer than expected. What news, Rugo? So Iceheart is a pseudonym, not that it matters. Jonah, have you played Undertale Yellow? I'm trying to find anyone that's played it so far so I can ask some things without getting spoiled. I'm afraid to Google things and get spoiled. Iceheart is a pseudonym, not that it matters. She managed to escape. That is regrettable, but your description of... But from your description of that beast, you did well to come as close as you did. In any case, now that you've cleared a path, the Temple Knights can begin to survey the tunnels in earnest. Mayhaps they even find a route past the ice wall. Wouldn't that do wonders for their fight against the heretics? I'm back. What questions do you have? Oh, I don't have questions about this. I have questions about Undertale Yellow. I'm perfectly clear on what's going on right now here. Also, the boss fight was pretty good. Like, one of the better ones so far, actually. Mayhaps they will find a route past the ice wall. Rereading the dialogue, the Crystal Braves would certainly share the credit for that too. 12 be praised, Rugo. We may have yet turned the situation to our advantage. Assuming we stop Iceheart before she summons Shiva, of course. Undertale Yellow is a fan game that's supposedly really good. Supposedly it's like the same sort of length and like amount of content as like actual Undertale. It has like the same concept of like a pacifist and a genocide, and it's like soft endorsed by Toby Fox. It's not canon, but like I think it's one of those things where you can kind of pretend it is unless otherwise, you know, officially contradicts canon, something like that. I don't know. I've just heard it's really good and that I should play it, but I have some questions and I want to ask someone who knows about it before I play it, but I can't just Google these things without getting spoiled. Needless to say, our fellow Scions have not been idle. Minfilia and Urianger have been busy perusing the archives of House Four Temps, gathering what information they can on Shiva. Which reminds me, if you were intending to trudge back to Camp Dragonhead to report on the day's events, don't. The antecedent should be here any minute. I can only assume some people enjoy subjecting themselves to this cold. You could put different clothes on at any point. Antecedent, you come to us straight from the archives of House Four Temps. See, she put a coat on. I trust your time there proved fruitful. Dungeon and trial bosses are finally going to start having actual mechanics. How'd you do with Fenrir? Okay, so Fenrir was fun. And yeah, it actually felt like I had to learn something. I died once, but then I realized what I was doing wrong and went back and it was easy, which I feel like is a sign of a well-designed boss fight. You know, get behind the falling stalactites, then get away from them after the room-wide attack, and don't get behind the ones that are like purple. Nothing complicated, I just didn't like notice everything the first time. It was a fun boss fight though. It felt fair but challenging. It didn't feel like Leviathan, which was dumb. Accounts of Shiva's life and deeds are sparse and contradictory, only agreeing upon one point. She lay down with a dragon, the gravest of all sins according to the Ishgardian faith. Yet in the eyes of Iceheart's followers, this was a holy act, the blessed union of man and dragon. And don't worry, you're playing one of the two jobs that most players expect to die. I'm glad the bar is so low. Do people expect black magic to die because, like, we're so checked out and just mashing attack buttons from a distance? How such a thing could even be possible is quite another question. Suffice it to say, I very much doubt that we will find a useful answer in the archives of House Fortemps. Much knowledge has been lost over the centuries, though in this case, one wonders if it is by circumstance or design. You said that Iceheart took a moment to plead her case to escaping, did you not? Viewed without prejudice, most would agree that bringing an end to the endless wars serves the greater good. I think Sir Emeric might take issue with her methods. Black Mage players just ignore mechanics, and Dragoons get animation locked in their dives and die to mechanics. Well, I'm not ignoring the mechanics, I'm just ignorant of them most of the time, but I can have a good excuse. When do you unlock ley lines? I think someone told me level 80 or something like that. I do not care if a few stragglers manage to escape. Until the sappers confirm that a tunnel is safe, the men are not to search it. Yes, Lord Commander. You know, it is kind of upsetting, actually, that the game is going to get a graphics update, like, right around the time I'm probably going to be way further into it. No, I'm already past 52 and I don't have that yet. You pursue your foes with less zeal than I expected, Sir Emeric. Lest you understand, I do not deny that our enemy has given us good reason to be prudent. I merely meant, you being a man of faith, that I had expected a certain single-mindedness. Lots of pauses in that sentence. After all, it was not by the will of Helone that your ancestors came to this land. Why they took up arms against the Gervinians? What would they have done in your position, I wonder? Have I done my job quest? I don't think I have any left right now. I think I'm up to date on them. I'll check in a second. There are those who believe that faith is a renunciation of free will, that unquestioning devotion is required of all those who would live a life of service to the Fury. Such righteous fervor may well serve a knight on the front line, less so a leader of men. We are all at liberty to interpret the scriptures as we will. I choose to believe that the Fury would value the lives of her followers over the deaths of her enemies. But I would not presume to speak for the Knights of Eld. 'Twas a different time, nay, a different era, and the scripture tells us only so much. Would that it told us more. It's a level 52 job quest, but the job quest is in Heaven's Word, so you can't do it until you finish the slog. Ah, okay. Yeah, I feel like someone told me at some point that the slog quests don't give, experience, but I am getting experience off of them. Emeric so hot. I plead the fifth. Your Honor, I will not incriminate myself. A welcoming crate at the negotiating table, to be sure. Less so when one's enemies are making ready to harness a power of a god. Mayhaps he does not truly believe that Iceheart's plans can succeed. Truth be told, I too remain somewhat skeptical. I will say, Emeric, looks better in, a technical sense, I feel like, than a lot of the other characters. It looks like he was from a slightly later game. Which, I mean, technically he was, right? Shiva was real, a living, breathing woman. Of that there can be no doubt. In this respect, she differs from every other figure to have been summoned, each of whom has been worshipped as a god. The sole exception being good King Mughal XII, the myth made manifest in response to the fervent supplications of the Mughal Saint Shiva may what is he doing back there? Oh, that's not him, that's some random guy. Saint Shiva may differ, but what of the heretics? They are a tribe of outcasts at war with a mighty nation who yearn for the resurrection of one who can embody their beliefs. If that is not placing one's faith in a higher power, then what is? Crystals and conviction, Minfilia. They have them both in abundance. You gotta go now? Damn. Alright, have a good day. Yeah, I might not stay on too much longer. I'm kinda getting tired. We'll see. And I can't play Liza P right now, unfortunately. Can that truly be all that is required? Yeah, I mean, if you believe something and you have crystals, you can manifest literally whatever. The survey team has concluded a preliminary analysis of the Aetheryte Iceheart used to escape. They believe she teleported to another Aetheryte somewhere not far to the west. Do I want to play pickleball later? Later today? Like 6-ish? Oh, God. Maybe. I'll get back to you. Out of the blue today, my dad asked if I want to go on a bike ride with him after, like, he's off of work. Which he's, like, never asked before on a weekday. I don't know why he came up today, but I don't know. I'll let you know. I do want to do that soon, though. Oh, also, I'm gonna be at your house tomorrow at 12:30. Charlene asked for some help moving, and I agreed to help. So I'm going to be lifting furniture probably tomorrow around 12:30 at your house. The survey team has concluded a preliminary analysis of the Aetheryte Iceheart used to escape. They believe that she teleported to another Aetheryte not far to the west, blah blah blah. Despite the apparent proximity of the second Aetheryte, however, they have been wholly unable to detect its presence directly. Unless Iceheart has some means to mask its signal, I can only presume she had it to... Cool. Bye. To prevent us from following her. Without the means to teleport as she did, I have no choice but to search for an alternate route. Likely tunnel, assuming one exists. Let us not give up on teleportation just yet. One of our colleagues in Charlayan may be able to assist us. I pray that you are right. I dare not think how long it would take us to survey the entire tunnel system. When Minfilia looks into our Aetheryte problem, I would like to request your assistance with another matter. The 3rd unit is currently tracking the remnants of the heretic force which attacked us. However, the search goes poorly despite our numbers. Korthus is vast, and Iceheart's followers know the terrain far better than we. Your knowledge of this region may serve to hasten the process. The sooner we capture Iceheart's followers, the sooner we can press them into their leader's whereabouts. Also, though it is admittedly a selfish request, I feel that my braves would benefit immensely from working alongside you. While we have our share of veterans, we would also have more than a few less than experienced recruits, many of whom look up to you, in case you were not aware. Good, I knew you would understand. Yu Husk can apprise you of the details. When the task is complete, come and find me at the observatorium. Captain Ilberd and I are meeting there to discuss the latest developments in his investigation. The Tipple Knight shall hold Stormcloak... Snowcloak. I haven't even played Skyrim. Snowcloak in our absence. Let us leave them to their work. Ours is more pressing. Our work is more important, he says. Okay. There you are, where you go. Commander Leveler instructed me to wait for you. Your assistance is most welcome, believe me. Most of the 3rd hail from Ul'dah, and a man accustomed to the feel of sand beneath his boots, the crunch of snow can be rather disconcerting. But to the matter at hand, nary a moment ago I received word that the heretics we seek have been spotted, making for Danathan Pass. My braves are already in pursuit, and I would be grateful if you would join them. I myself shall be taking part in the hunt. Never let it be said I do not earn my coin. Okay. I think I'm gonna stop there. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I'm tired. I think I got through, like, the Dreams of Ice, patch 2.4 Dreams of Ice, over halfway through it, which is good. Alright, bye everyone. Thank you.